Hiya guys, welcome back to Clearview Driving. My name is Amin and today I'm doing a mock test with Rafe. Now this is the first time we're driving together, but this is not your first time driving. You've had a license for about 14-15 years out in Australia, and now he needs to go through the whole process again, get his theory test done, get his practical test done.
Yep, the excitement.
So why not try a mock test to see how he gets on? So that's what we're doing today.
Let's do it.
I'm going to go through a mixture of things with you just to kind of see how you're dealing with the situations. You know how the test kind of goes? Do you know what's involved?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're just going to get straight into it. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you a quick question.
Yes.
Could you tell me, how do you check that your indicators are working?
Oh my god, you've blindsided me. I mean, I'm going to have the car on. I'm going to test the indicators to see.
Okay, how do you test them?
So, check it on, or put the hazards on as well, sorry.
There you go.
There
okay,
we go,
got
hazards
there in the
on.
end. Perfect. Okay, all right. So, yeah, so throughout the drive, I want you to follow the road ahead. I am going to get you to carry out 10-15 minutes of independent driving. We're going to do one maneuver, and we may also carry out the emergency stop.
No problem.
All right, so for anyone that's new to the channel, don't forget to like the video, comment down below and subscribe if you've not already. And I want to say a massive thank you to the subscribers over 50k, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you guys. I always forget to say that. Yeah, so we're going to get started. Whenever you're ready, you may start the engine.
Alrighty. Okay, there we go. So to release the parking brake is pull, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just like mine. I used to have a 98 E-Class. It was the same thing, but physical. Right. Okay, let's try not to suck. Good start.
Take the next road on your right. The road that we're turning into is actually a one-way road. As we enter, there are one-way signs on both sides facing outwards, so we can enter on the right-hand side of this road. Now, Rafe is an experienced driver with 15 years of driving experience. He sometimes has a tendency to keeping his left hand on the gearbox. Now, this isn't necessarily going to give you a fault as long as you don't lose control of the steering, but it's a good idea to keep both hands on the steering wheel for better control. At the end of this road, turn right. Rafe does not check his mirrors before signalling. He also hasn't had any relevant prior updates, so this is a driving fault. If this continues, it can easily become a habitual serious fault for not checking mirrors before signalling. So always check your mirrors before indicating left or right before turns. And then at the roundabout, turn left. At the end of this road, turn left.
London madness. Oh, yeah. Is it 30 along here or 20?
I'll let you figure that one out.
Oh, lovely. Ah, 20 are good.
When it's 20 miles per hour, you will always get signs as a reminder or even traffic calming measures like speed bumps. At the traffic light crossroads, turn right. Take the next road on your left.
Where's the next road on my left? Straight?
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Take the next road on your right.
Okay.
At the end, turn right.
Oh, I wish I brought my sunglasses.
Yeah, the glare's really bad, isn't it?
Fresh rain. Welcome to winter. Well, autumn.
You can take mine if you like.
No, it'll be alright.
If you could pull in and park up on the left-hand side, don't worry about the
Certainly.
driveways on this occasion. That's be alright there, thank you.
That'll do. Alrighty, and then it's push.
That's cool. Alright, we're going to
There
start
we
the
go.
independent driving from here. We'll
Alrighty.
give you a series of directions to follow.
Yep.
Okay. When we get to the end of this road, turn left.
Yep.
When we get to the roundabout, turn right, second exit.
Okay.
And then I'll
Okay.
give you some more instructions afterwards.
Perfect. Alright. Let's
If you
do
forget,
it.
you can ask, by the way.
I'll try and remember. Should be. It's only 2. Okay. First, buddy.
Although Rafe did look around and did check his right blind spot, there was a long delay between actually looking and then moving off, so he should have checked again, as somebody could have easily turned up. At this point, Rafe gets a serious fault for not checking his mirrors before signalling, as he's now got a habitual fault for the number of minor mistakes for the same fault, so always check your mirrors regularly to be aware of your surroundings before indicating. Right, some more instructions for you to follow now.
Yep.
So when we get to the next roundabout, turn right, second exit, and then at the traffic lights, turn right.
Okay.
Along this road, Rafe gets a serious fault for clearance as he gets too close to a parked car on the left. Aim to leave at least 1 metre of clearance on the sides. If you're driving through a narrow gap, you need to slow down. Always remember, the smaller the gap, the slower you go. Before overtaking, you should always make sure that it's safe and necessary. Aim to leave at least 1.5 metres of clearance before overtaking a cyclist. Rafe gets a serious fault when overtaking the cyclist as he starts overtaking on the bend and also doesn't leave her a lot of clearance. You should never overtake when there's a bend in front or the brow of a hill, or even when there are junctions about. Always wait for a nice straight stretch of road where it's safe. It's always a good idea to have regular checks in your mirrors so that you're aware of your surroundings in case of any cyclists or motorbikes that may have turned up while you're waiting. When you're waiting next to a zebra crossing like this, always make sure to look behind your windscreen pillars before moving off, as it's really easy to miss pedestrians.
Did I shoot myself in the foot here? I shot myself in the foot. Or did I? Well, we'll find out. I hope this is the right turn you meant.
Yeah, traffic lights right.
Okay, good.
Alright, we're now going to be following some signs towards
Okay.
the A4, towards Heathrow.
Okay.
You might not see them pop up for a little while, okay?
Yep, no problem.
So we're following the A4 towards Heathrow.
Okay, so third exit.
Following the A4, okay?
Yep.
The first two lanes on the left are signposted towards the M4, so the third lane is in fact the normal driving lane for the A4. Alright, thank you. That'll be the end of your independent driving. I'm going to give you
Okay.
directions as normal from now on.
Alrighty.
As we're going forward, there is a new lane that gets added onto the carriageway, which then becomes the normal driving lane. So we're currently in the overtaking lane. Rafe does continue in this lane for a little while, but it's not a major issue at this point as he is up to the speed of the road and nobody's going out of their way to overtake him. The next traffic light junction, we're going to turn right, it's coming up shortly.
Okay. Nice.
Right, we've missed our turn.
Oh, turning right there?
Yeah.
Oh God.
When it's safe, if you could switch back to the left, we'll make a left instead.
Okay, no problem.
Don't rush, just take your time with it, only if it's safe, okay?
Do I take the next left?
We'll turn left in here, okay?
No problem.
The zebra crossing ahead of us is a single zebra crossing with no island in the road, so you need to wait until the pedestrians are fully off the road before you can continue. If there had been an island in the middle, that would make it two separate crossings and you can continue provided they've reached the middle. Take the road on your right, please. If you could pull into this space before the white car, don't worry about the driveway,
Yeah.
It's just kind of in that space there, would be great.
Not used to the size of this car. God.
That's all right there, thank you. Alright, so okay, so what we're going to do now, using the vehicle in front, I'd like you to demonstrate how you would carry out the parallel park exercise.
Ah, lovely. My biggest weakness.
Pull
Sure
up
thing.
alongside the vehicle, then reverse back. And finish within two. Alright, the vehicle behind us hasn't given us a lot of space.
Just wait, there's a car coming.
Someone's kind of boxed you in.
Yeah,
Oh, that should be alright, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just come back a little bit and then we can go in. There's a bit of through traffic at the moment though, so I'm just going to let them be for a second.
Yeah, start whenever it's safe.
Yeah.
Alright, so
There's one guy coming past and then we'll go.
that's okay. So what we're going to do now, using the vehicle, start alongside, then reverse in and finish within 2 car lengths.
Alrighty. Let's bring this here. Stopping there, going back. Everything is good. Down, not up. Ooh. That's a gutter.
drive off whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. Give ourselves a bit more space.
If you could just put it in park up on the left if there's a space.
In front of the Audi?
Actually, we'll carry on. The space is a bit small. We'll just carry on for a minute.
No problem.
Oops.
Sorry. There we go.
And if you get pulling into that space before the grey car, but
Yep.
leave enough space to move away.
No problem.
I'll be right there, thank you. Alright, Rafe, what I'm going to get you to do now is shortly I'm going to get you to carry out the emergency stop.
Yep.
So as you're driving down this road, I'm going to make sure it's nice and safe. You're going to see me looking around and I'm going to give you this signal. Stop. I'm going to make sure it's nice and clear before I give you that signal, so wait for my signal.
Yep.
But I want you to react by stopping the car as quickly and as safely as possible, as if a child had just come running out in front
Yep.
of you. Okay?
No problem.
Drive off whenever you're ready. At this point, Rafe gets a serious fault for moving off safety as he has not checked his right blind spot. So he's got a bit of a habitual fault of not checking his right blind spot, and sometimes he checks, but then there's a delay between actually checking and moving off. So always do the right blind spot check as a final check. Okay, we're not going to be able to do it.
Not going to do it here. Please let me through, sir. Thank you kindly.
When carrying out the emergency stop, if somebody turns up once you've moved off, the examiner will remind you that you are not going to carry out the emergency stop until there's a safer opportunity. So always wait for the signal, and the examiner will make sure the road is clear before they give you that signal. And here, yes. Alright, so we're still doing the emergency stop.
Yep.
Wait for my signal and stop as quickly as you can, okay?
Okay.
Stop. Stop. Alright, thank you. I'm not going to ask you to do that again. Drive off when you're ready.
Oh, it's got to get the brake when it does that, doesn't it? There we go.
Okay, we're just looking for a place to pull over and park. If there is one along the left here, it doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of out of the way.
We can fit in here.
Yeah.
I'll box myself in slightly and just
Yeah, that'll be
reverse.
perfect then. No, don't worry, that's all good.
Okay.
Thank you. You can secure the car
Alrighty.
and
Push.
switch off the engine as well. Okay,
There we
that's the
go.
end of your test. Just give me a few minutes.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
Okay, Rafe, that's the end of your test. How was your drive?
It was interesting, that's for sure.
Would you say there were any major faults?
I'm not sure that there was any major ones, maybe a few minor ones. I'm trying to think about what they were though, going back, I have to think about it. I'm sure there was a couple that I missed.
All right.
Except for a little bit of speed control popping over 20 slightly. Should have you kept it in second gear, it would have been easier, but
All right,
that was
now
about it,
unfortunately it wouldn't be a pass.
Yeah.
And there's a few reasons why.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to kind of highlight the main
Yeah.
faults. So the first one being clearance.
Yeah,
Your
okay.
awareness of the space from the left-hand side of your car. At 2 points it got extremely close.
Okay.
The second time I kind of
Yep.
was about to reach over the wheel. It's because you're sitting on the right, your judgment's better on the right, but you kind of moved
Yeah.
over to the left a bit too much. So we got quite close on two separate occasions.
Yep.
Then there is your judgment on when you overtook that cyclist going around that left bend.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
It's not a
Not
great
great.
place, is it?
No, it wasn't great.
Because as soon as you started moving over, I was like, oh, I know you could see better than me.
That was
'cause
the
you're
thing.
sitting
Yeah,
on the
I could
right.
see a little bit. I saw it was clear and I thought, within the lane still, it should be alright. But,
But
yeah,
did
it
we
was
give
a bit...
her some space as well?
I thought we did.
1.5 meters of clearance, which I didn't feel great. And then we're kind of cutting into the space in front of her because you're trying to keep it below 20 as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So it just
should have
didn't
just
seem...
sat back and left it, yeah.
Yeah, because the bend is approaching now. If had someone turned up, it would have caught them off guard as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not a great place to overtake there. Generally, you know what you're doing. Your drive's nice, but there were a lot of mirror checks missing. You don't check them, do you?
I mean, it's... I check mirrors a lot, but sometimes I also check them a little bit earlier than like at the last minute kind of thing, if that makes sense as well.
So
like
if you're driving along and you're switching lanes and, you know, if somebody's next to you, I know they're there, but generally as you're driving for doing a left turn or a right turn, you don't check. And driving in London, driving in busy areas, how often do cyclists catch up on these 20 roads? Yeah.
No, it was, I probably don't, need to work on that in that case. But yeah, because sometimes as well as I do the mirror check, but it's not like I should also be doing more of a check for the area.
I know you were looking kind of before turning and stuff, but there were loads of mirror checks missing generally for turns. Now your parallel park exercise, how was that?
Oh, that was terrible. My parallel parking has been terrible for yonks. I have relied extensively on normally on sensors and whatnot to make my life easier, but that one was fairly terrible.
Now, even by the end, you did have the left tire on the pavement. Yeah, I thought I did.
Yeah. At that stage, I was like,
so that's...
I saw another car coming, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to leave it here for a moment and let that be.
So you know how I said to you park within 2 car lengths?
Yeah.
You look like you were trying to park within 1.
Yeah, probably.
So you're parking too tight.
Yeah.
It's just easier if you kind of gradually take it in, right?
Yeah, I should have.
Blind spots are a little bit of a concern as well. So when you're reversing, you did look before starting, which was great, but as you're reversing, we're not checking, and you know, there's loads of houses, there's people that have started crossing, and even your emergency stop, it was a bit sluggish.
Yeah.
For an emergency.
I should have put, I should have just slammed it. I don't know why I didn't, to be honest.
The brake started off a bit light, got there in the end, but it was a bit, didn't love it, but that wasn't a major.
No, still just to work on,
But what was a major was you not checking your blind spots before moving off. So even just the fact that you didn't look around
before going again.
Yeah, that in itself would have been a serious fault.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
So you know what you're doing, but it's these little things that you may not have realised.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
Exactly this.
So in terms of a driving test, these are things you want to definitely watch out for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to know.
All right, that's the end of your mock test today. Is this what you expected from today?
To be honest, yes. I knew it was going to be honest. It's one of those things, you know, you drive for long enough and you just go, it is what it is. And then you're like, oh no, when you actually do a test, Which is why a lot of experienced drivers would actually fail their test. Exactly.
Had to retake it.
Exactly.
So yeah. Alright, well that's the end of the video. Thank you for everyone that's been watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, it's everywhere. Clearview Driving, I always forget this bit. But that's the end of our video today, and